Test, test, test. Do you hear me, guys? So I have realized my whole time my microphone was off. Let me repeat what I have said. Many people think the market is your enemy when it drops. I see opportunities over here. I see a lot of opportunity. We are making a lot of money with these drops, with those corrections, and how you can take advantage from it, right? And we have been talking about figuring out the top of the market, bottom, accumulation, distribution. If you are not familiar with those names, go check out my last streams and you will come up with it. So one thing is very important. Let's watch the ES over here. Okay, we said exact drop. We have predicted the exact drop. We have predicted this drop to the downside. We have predicted just up. Okay, and still look where our stop loss are. We still there. Okay, there is still opportunity for us. Okay, this is still could go higher. Okay, from here. So this is what drops fast, correct itself also fast. 1-2% to the upside. Those are trillions of dollars opportunities over here. It could be 20-30% for other stocks, right? That's being said is to understand where the money is going. So right now the money is not going anywhere. So when we talk about the VIX, the volatility index, which is telling us how much shorter the market could go, right? To the downside. And we have talked about this two scenario. When we go to the daily chart, we have talked about those two scenario, right? If you remember 2 streams ago or 3 streams ago, you can go there and watch it again. We have talked about the downside potential to here, okay, and the upside potential then. And I said either scenario 1 or 2, okay, and I said scenario 1 is gonna be more probable. And right now, where are we? Exactly there. So when we go to the 4-hourly charts, we have touched our first entry for longs, right? Is basically, I have said, when we go upstairs there, buy the markets, okay? When it go lower, sell the markets, right? If it goes this low, the VIX, the volatility, it's always, it is gonna be spiking again. This is $1 million indicator. Many people overlook it. The retail trader, no one is talking about it. I'm just surprised over there that no one is talking about it. So that's being said, I want from you to check it out. Okay, is it the VIX, or you can go to Google, write VIX CBOE. Okay, and you're gonna come over here and you're gonna be delivered to over here, and you can check it yourself and so on how far it is, if you don't want to check TradingView or other tools which I have. So you don't need to everything free out there also. So that's being said, I'm looking right now for 28, but before the 28, as we always, okay, we moves in always in a waves in the market. We never moves straight forward, okay? We never move like this, okay? A line. This is gonna be Bernie scam, okay? The line with the low volatility in it. We always move as a zigzags, okay? Up and downs, up and downs, up and downs. This is like a frequency, okay? The markets and the universe has its own frequency. That's you need to decode and understand. So we are moving up and downs. We're not moving straight forward, okay? That's being said, we have moved upside, okay? A lot of volatility, okay? Which was expected, despite the market was great. The non-farm payrolls came today, and it was a slight negative, which has impacted the market. And we will look over here, okay? The negativity. Okay, the core PCE yesterday was great, but today the non-farm payroll was a slight lower than expected. This means less people, less jobs has been opened, and so on. And the ICM manufacturing, also the production has been remaining same. Unemployment rate same. PCE core same. And when we look at the Fed interest rate decision, same. Okay, hasn't GDP growth has been growing, so why the market is dropping? Sometimes the market doesn't drop because the news is different, or the news has just came out, and that's why it's dropping. It's just you need to understand, okay, when we go too much higher, we need to correct. When we go too much lower than buy, we need to be upside. 60% overall of the market, it goes up. In the 40% it is of the days in the years is the markets go down. So you need to understand that, okay? After we figuring that out together, okay, right now I will be looking, okay, for correction. What we gonna do, we're gonna use the Fibonacci here to the top, and where to determine either we're gonna go to the line, which is gonna be a quite good Fibonacci. I call it the golden Fibonacci level, and you can take it from there to the upside. The golden Fibonacci level basically said, okay, let me make it, okay, let me make it bigger here. Okay, here are my Fibonacci levels. Okay, the golden Fibonacci level for me is this one. I call it the golden Fibonacci level. You can Google it, you can figure it out. It has me pretty respected. Okay, some people say technical is not working, some people say fundamental is not working. Don't care about anyone else's opinion. Go to the market, test it yourself, and if it's working, then use it. Okay, because no one else is gonna hand you over a strategy. Many people expect someone handing you the full strategy to the market. Trading is about thinking independently, working independently. If everyone is using it, then there is no edge. So you need to come up with your own ideas, your own edge. It could be your personality, it could be your strategy, it could be the timing, it could be your location, it could be the data you have. All of those things is gonna be your advantage. So the golden Fibonacci over here is the 0.66 and 0.18. Okay, that's being said, this is the golden Fibonacci I look forward when I am trading, and also other Fibonacci level which I love. More about Fibonacci is gonna be coming into the future. We'll be discussing Fibonacci in details, why it is a great tool for trading. So right now, when the market, the VIX volatility drops, this means the ES is gonna go higher. And if you have forgot, okay, why this is gonna be happening, let's go over here, okay. And I said, even on my chart, you see, still on my chart, this line is gonna go be up. We said 1.3%, I think. Let's check it again. Yeah, 1.8% almost, okay. That's being said, you need to understand this. You need to combine it with other Confluence, other tools, and you're gonna get the macro view. You need to work yourself from the macro to the micro. And the price action is important, but the one more important is over here. Yesterday we were previous close in 60 grid. We went down by 20 points to the downside, to the neutral, even to the fear side almost. So we have the market momentum in the fear, and that 125 moving average is quite still lower over there at 580, 560, 5,865. Okay, we are there. I don't think we're gonna go that low, but it's gonna be also interesting for us if we go to the 4-hourly over here, because our level for entry is around 6,164, and all the way down is gonna be the 500. And where this exactly is it's gonna be at our VWAP, volume weighted average price. Okay, and while it is developing and going for the upside and the market correcting itself, okay, we're gonna be somewhere here, right? But it is too far away. I think it is way too far away. So if this happens, this means we're gonna need a 10% almost correction, okay, from the top over here where we have targeted to the down over here. Okay, it's almost 9%. This is just crazy. Those are trillions of dollars. Each percent market drops, many people get fired from jobs, lose their homes, cannot pay. A lot of bad things happen when the markets drop, so we don't like market drops. We don't like market drops, but we like to take advantage of it. So there's two ways when the market drops. Either you hedge yourself, or you take advantage and compound you long trades. So yeah, I have been compounding my Bitcoins, sorry, not my Bitcoin, my altcoins, and looking forward for that. So we're gonna be performing a couple of other stuff over here. Also, we need to understand, okay, the market is not our enemy. We're gonna take it as an advantage. The market drops, opportunity. VIX increase, opportunity. You switch from longer term swing traders when the VIX, okay, when the VIX increases, you switch to the more shorter term trading, 1 to 3 days. When the VIX drops, okay, you go into more longer term, swinging it to longer term, trading it. Okay, this is very important so you understand. Okay, it is very key. Let's check the live stream if everything is working probably, probable accordingly. Okay, English is a little bit not my mother tongue, but still doing my best to fight over here for you guys. So if you be new to here, I would appreciate you keeping. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Mo. I break down the stock market in easy, simple way so you can understand it, and with a real age, real trades, and transparency overall. Okay, all my trades almost public. You can watch it, you can share it. I cannot change it. Okay, I help other traders also to overcome the challenge of the emotional challenge, the age challenge, and how we can build an age around their own personality. That's being said, okay, give me a like, comment, and a share, and we will be digging deeper into it. So, what do we have over here? Let's check. So. It's being said, okay. We said on Bitcoin we are compounding, and we will go systematically through a couple of other stuff. So crypto stop loss take profit has been adjusted, curve has been adjusted. Bird, let's check Bird. What is Bird? Okay, let's go to the one daily. Okay, I don't like this shape because we done over here a swing failure pattern. This means, okay, we went to the upsides and then downsides, and when we draw a parallel channel, okay, which I love, okay, drawing those parallel channel, okay, let's check it out over here. Okay, I see why I wanted to enter it, but I still don't like it, right? This is not a great position. So I would say, okay, it could be potential, high potential, if it went lower to the downside, it liquidating us. But I would more appreciate this type of scenario, okay, because we have first of all the view up downstairs, okay, to the there. Okay, I see why I wanted to enter again there, but I don't like it. Still don't like it now. So that's being said, I don't like this shit over here. And CNQ is correcting itself. Yesterday we exited CSS. Okay, I'm still in it, but surprised me it went to lower. It could go up to the $9 over there. And visit over here is it could go to the shit yard because it did some correction over here. Do we have visit in our position? Okay, we have a very small portion of visit. So if visit did correct itself, okay, we have large chance the last defense line over here, okay? The last defense lines for visit is gonna be here right now. Either it's gonna go higher or we're gonna go to the shed yard, okay? And that's being said, I think there's could be high probabilities, okay, when we go to check the limit orders, the resistance people are selling right now and so on, and the money is not flowing this much in it in the daily basis. So let's check the lower time frame over here, and in the lower time frame we still the money is flowing out. A very difficult game over here. So yeah, I think there is a probability we go lower. There is I think 55% probability we go lower, and let's check how much lower we could go, right? So first of all, no one knows where the stock price is gonna be tomorrow. Okay, we work with probability, we compound, we risk adjust it. Okay, then is it could be liquidating? Okay, it is. Okay, please probably low. So let's do another one. So yeah, I could see this probability, and I would have a tight stop loss over here, right? I want to see some kind of accumulation over here, and then shooting for the star, right? And that's being said, let's watch it carefully. And just crazy is this dropping. And one thing is it's just very crazy. There is on TradingView, if you didn't know, okay, you can come to TradingView, okay, product, and go to the news flow, okay, and you can have the news flow. So I, my person, I'm developing also quite a news tool, sentiment analysis tool, basically analyzing the market for you, instead you watching all those couple of news, prioritizing and doing this and that, and you have the 50-60 tickers over there as a retail trader. And imagine as an institution you have 500,000 tickers you watching on a consistent basis, right? And as an institution, you need to figure out all the news around the company. The news is very important. Why is it important, the news? Because it's going to tell you where the market is going to go also. Because the news, if you miss it out, for example, I missed this out today and I was late to react to it. It was Avatar, okay? You come here, you put your symbol in it. You put Avatar over here, and the avatar is had the 10Q, the quarterly report, and those quarterly 10Q has been published by SEC, and they had pretty bad result over here, right? And the net income also halved, the operation almost halved. Okay, that is not good at all. So if the company doesn't have, the CEO, I think it was this one, the CEO was management saying it is nothing special, right? They're looking for growth in the future. So yeah, this wasn't satisfying the hunger of the people. So we are right now in this flow over here, but what we're gonna do, we can also put our crypto into it, right? But more important than crypto is currently visit. We're gonna do visit. If visit has nothing, and second one we're gonna put is Matador, the Canadian company over here, which is staking Bitcoin over here. Nothing important. Okay, when I remove this, December. Okay, flash, nothing. Okay, nothing over here. And why Matador right now? Because I'm in Meta, and this is the entry levels looks very juicy, and because it's looking juicy, we're gonna be entering it very precise. Okay, very precise. Upstairs, ton of resistance, and that's why we're looking for aiming around $1.08 to exit 95% of my trades over there, because I don't think it's gonna be very huge right now, because this is after each IPO, everything pumps and drops. But there is also this probability, right? If you looked at this, okay, what do you see? Okay, it could be one huge parallel channel, okay? So I'm a big fan of parallel. Okay, where it went, okay. Let's, oh, look at this. It says one huge parallel channel, okay? And let's do this too. We are in the 4-hourly chart, okay? If this happen, this is gonna be crazy. So yeah, we have this. Okay, let's analyze further. If we went upstairs, we could go downstairs to another level over here, which has been respected in the past, and then correct. Or it's gonna be rejecting it again and going here and then correct, right? It could be those two scenario over here possible. But till then, we don't care, because we still have approximately from here almost 100% to the upside, right? That's being said, we're gonna make our money from this upside potential there, and we limit our exposure over there. So that's being said, we see this on Matador, but I see another parallel channel which I have removed right now. That parallel channel was very easy and simple in terms of over here, right? And that's gonna be another parallel channel. So if we broke out of this parallel channel, okay, many people thinks, okay, just drawing those channels, okay, when I started trading, I draw those channels, I draw those triangles, I draw ton of stuff. It is less important. You need to put the reps in it, okay, and you need to understand the flow behind it, the volume. Always I'm using couple of volumes, so basically said I'm using volume to understand if this breakout gonna be respected or not, okay. That's being said, this is the most important thing is whole trading is to understand what's behind the candlestick, okay. Those drawing and stuff, it's not helpful. Those are 50-50. 50-50, habibi. 50% you live and make money, 50% you get liquidated the shit out of you. So what we're gonna do is always combine it with volume and other profiles, and so we know exactly where the market is going. That's being said, okay, just watch it over there. That's very important for us. So let me post that over here. That is great. Okay, no question here. Ask your questions here. So, not a lot of stuff is going on in the live stream, but we're gonna keep continuing. So, what do we have else? We need to go through all the crypto stuff. So, let me check my checklist, my daily checklist. At the market open, we didn't trade, we didn't make these. Okay, right now is this 1 hour after market open, stop loss entry wanted. And we gonna be making a new trading view idea. So what we're gonna do, let's go to Google News. As it wasn't like there is some Google Finance stuff. Google Finance News. Okay, here is it. And let's do Meta.technology. And 14, 15 minutes. Can I filter it? Can I filter it? Performance acting. And what? Okay, can I put it into? Can I change the language? Google. Can I change the language over here? People want to understand English. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna translate it for you guys. Anyways, so what do we have over here? Kevin Falusi, January, it just lost money, blah, 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 blah. Epedia, no, no, no. Bill Hans, April, this is losing volume, I think, because of Bitcoin. So stuff, 10 million. Is not that a lot. This is 11 million. Right, this has been growing 2022, 2023, 2000. That's being said. By the way, I'm a lot cash right now. A lot of my position assets are in cash right now. So that's being said, let's check out over here also Asian, European. Okay, what do we have? Performance, extreme performance, ATX. ATX, nothing. No news over here. So it was, let's go to Yahoo. Yahoo, my friend, how are you? Matador Resource. I think always is Matador Technology, not Resource. Matter? What's matter with you? Matador Resource Company. No. Technology. Okay. That's weird ticker. No news. Matador Technology is 100 million financing facility accelerate Bitcoin treasury. When was this? July 23. So it was 1 week ago. Matador Technology, US 100 million facilitating treasury growth. Matador, okay, not right now, needs an upgrade. Wow. Since when? Since when Yahoo Finance wants upgrade? What the fuck? Yeah, let's go to premium. Is able to, okay. More. What the fucking weird ass shit. Okay, stock buckles under pressure. Shock job reports Trump tariff. Trump hallmarks market again. Trump Fed should assume control if Powell won't cut rates, putting pressure on Powell, Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman. Big tech AI investments set U.S. construction manufacturing CFO. Figma 250% gain. Where is Figma right now? So what do you have on Figma? So basically say, yeah. Yeah, we check this thing out over here, the Yahoo Finance.
As a result of its AI tools, that one of its customers that we know quite well here on Yahoo Finance, Vanguard, the investment management firm, it can design 50% faster because of Figma. And even the European car giant Volkswagen is another big customer of theirs as well. And in the IPO listing, they mention Netflix and Duolingo as well as being customers too. But remember, one key reason that Figma have gone public is down to the fact that there was a collapse deal between itself and Adobe. That deal was originally announced back in September 2022, but fell apart the next year. And it would have seen Adobe acquire Figma for a combination of cash and stock that would have valued the firm at roughly $20 billion. Now, on yesterday's closing price, Figma would have a valuation of $68 billion. And now, interestingly, it was actually the regulator here in the UK that objected to that deal. The Competition and Markets Authority said that it was worried that the merger could lessen competition in the markets for things like product design, image editing, and illustration software. So the US IPO market, though, it's improved over the second quarter. According to S&P Global, there have been 59 offerings. They've raised about $15 billion. That's up from 45 offerings that raised $11.2 billion in Q1. But another major centre is London, and the story here is not so bright. Fundraising from new listings has actually fallen to a 30-year low. The London Stock Exchange Group revealed better than expected earnings yesterday, but the markets didn't like what they heard. Shares fell pretty sharply, and they're actually carrying on falling sharply today as well. I actually did catch up with the boss of LSEG, as it's better known, David Schwimmer, and he's really insistent. He says that London can still compete with New York when it comes to new listings.
Some of the challenges of going to New York. A lot of companies, if they're not above a certain size and have I'll say a particularly hot story, they get lost in the U.S. capital markets in New York. They don't get the right attention from investors, from research analysts. And so we've had conversations with companies like that who are actually looking for an environment where they will get the appropriate attention from investors. So Is it a great market for some companies? Absolutely. But there are many companies where it makes much more sense to be listed and trading in the UK.
So is London better than New York?
I would say for certain companies, absolutely.
So he insists London is better than New York. One thing he also insisted was that London still remains the #1 destination for business in Europe. But, you know, he faces big challenges. He says there are IPOs coming. He says watch out next week for a European listed company to launch here in London as well. But, you know, the competition is pretty hard. And it's not just New York. There's also Hong Kong as well. That's had a pretty decent sort of last couple of months as well. But, you know, the competition for listing is very hot at the moment. And New York at the moment seems to be winning that battle.
So basically said, I have been talking about Figma, but I think, let me check, how did the Figma IPO happen? I think they have done it. I think that all the listings of people, the institution want to buy it, they have listed the number of the shares they want to buy, okay? And also the price they want to buy it, okay? That's being said, why is important? Because at the IPO open, it have the price already regulated itself. Despite that has been pumping, every IPO is pumps, such as Figma. Figma has been valued at one of companies wanted to buy Figma for $40 billion, and the entry levels was for Figma IPO was 18 billion, right? And right now I think he said 60 billion. How much did he say it? Yeah, 60 billion, worth much as 60 billion, right? And value near 20 went to 60 billion. So it tripled its value. And this is quite a huge marketing around it, right? Look at this at Wall Street showcasing the Figma design over here. But one thing is interesting me also. Take a Figma. So I have worked with Figma, right? I have done some design with Figma myself and so on as an entrepreneur, and this is working very well. Is it complicated? I wouldn't say. Is it that easy? You need to understand it. I think Figma has a huge competition with artificial intelligence, and I think they need to keep up with a lot of tools, which is right now with one click you can build a ton of websites and so stuff. So they need to keep up with them and make the design even easier, the creativity, the options. So yeah, that's being said, we should watch that. So what do we have over here? So we have Figma is a cloud-based collaborative platform used there for user interface, user experience workflows. Its tool serves design teams across websites, apps, and digital products. The problem that is trying to solve, I'm reading, by the way, from ChatGPT. It enables real-time browser based on collaboration similar to Google Docs, but for design, it addresses fragmented workflows, version control, and collaboration across product teams. Okay, what this makes unique, real-time web-based collaborations, and that is revolutionized. Okay, so teamwork in a web-based way has been easier. A strong active community, deep integration with other tools. Blockchain not applicable. There is no blockchain rate listed in your exchange. Yesterday raised 36 million. A Class A share, raising 1.2 billion in total proceeds. So it raised. Okay. Class A shares means basically that's all those shares having a vote. There is Class A, Class B, Class C, where how much vote power each share has when it's coming to making decision in company. Dallin Field CEO, Evan Wallace CTO, being Brown University, Thiel Fellow. Okay, community 30 million users monthly, which is crazy. Business fundamentals and valuation. Revenue grew rapidly according to S1 and analyst notes potentially to 400 million, 700 revenue, blah 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 blah. Revenue is going. So what you want to keep an eye on is no matter what's happened, if something like this is going Figma, okay, always keep in mind that it's gonna drop. The IPO is gonna drop. The same with Circle, right? And right now, I think this is a great opportunity even. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, it is very hard to tell, right, where the price is gonna be. So it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this. Could be very likely it's gonna be like this. Okay, let's add some couple of stuff to it. Okay, for me personally, right now, we have a couple of scenarios, right? Either we go down here and back to upstairs, right? That's being said. Or that is gonna be number one. Always we need to have number one. Let's have a scenario number two. That's gonna be number two. There's two scenarios out there. What is great about it, there is two scenarios out there, right? Is this number one, number two. Let's get some couple of stuff to it. So what's I have realized, a lot of volume decreasing, a lot of sell pressure. Okay, we need to have this. Okay, I think it's gonna go lower. Scenario number one. So yeah, I think scenario number two more likely. It's 1L likely. So likely with 1L. So scenario number two is more likely, and the fig over here, even my tool is giving us a sell signal, right? Both of them giving us a sell signal. Over here, I don't give any financial advice. Always take your own risk and don't copy my trades. Have your own idea. Yesterday, I have talked about copy trading and how it is the worst thing out there for a trader mentality, right? And that's being said, okay, if I had the opportunity, okay, I wouldn't trade it. Let me do it straight, okay, over here. Also do a post. So if I had the opportunity for trading Figma, I wouldn't do it, because there you need to understand how can Figma also keep up with artificial intelligence, all these new tools is coming out there in terms of the usability and user experience. With one command, you can make websites, designs, and so on. And ask yourself how many people are still gonna be wanting that. Based on artificial intelligence, layoffs, IBM, Apple, Amazon has been laying people off because you using HR in HR processes, in other processes, customer processes, and so on. It has been using that and making it more easier, which is very important, because when you understand the artificial intelligence, where is this going, can this company keep it up? Always ask yourself, when you are in a smaller room, in silent room, where the company can be in 10 years. Will it exist 1 year, 5 years, and so on? So it needs to keep with artificial intelligence, and after IPOs, the market corrects itself always, and that's very important to understand and keep it in mind. The same for Circle, right? For Circle. And that's being said, I prefer the scenario number two, and which is more likely for me, right? I like it more and I feel it more confident with it. But let's see what the reaction gonna be on S&P 500 over there and so on. That's being said, let's check also a couple of other stuff before we end we go into the topic of the market is not your enemy. So let me make post. Always I do this every day. Each time when I make a post, I run into all this information and so on. The current critic valuation and so on. I go into all this information before I make any post with you, right? And that's being said, just keep it in mind, right? That's a like, a share, and a comment. Appreciate it, so I know my voice is reaching more people. I'm helping more people. We want to help other people out there who needs our vision and perspective on the market, right? And sadly, we need to keep up with the algorithm. The next thing is we're gonna do the image. So let's do the image again. So we are doing the image. And let's put some calming music for us. It's being said. I'm right now doing the image. Let's do the text. And remove this. And let's put the text over here. I where were we at Matador, I think? Were we here? Go back, Matador. Matador over here, and that weird as news. Let's go to the news section. I'm going to read this empty news where I think I can get much more. This page cannot be found. The exploring menu using search is looking for. Okay. What a weird thing. What a weird thing. So let's do the fig. Can we make it bigger? That's always of designing and posting ideas. Okay, we don't want to change anything. So let's publish the idea. function is too small. Trying to publish an idea at tick-based interval less than 15 minutes range. Okay. Return to the chart. Let's go to the 15 minutes. No worries. So usually we do the 4-hour day, right? So the data tell us where the market's gonna go. So we don't want to speculate, right? Our job as a trader is to trade and not speculate in the market. To figure out data. In the data there is edge, and we wanna take advantage of that edge. Right? So it's being said. And technical and chart pattern. And let's be swear. Always swear. So the other thing is the Matador Technology Inc., right? The Canadian, which is being run by Mark Moss. It is very interesting for us because this guy has been talking about crypto and so stuff. He's not a stupid guy. He is perhaps a smart guy. I have listened to a couple of his videos, which is pretty interesting and intriguing how he sees the market, the waves, the technology involvement and so on, which I like it. But the other thing is over here, we should look for lower prices to liquidate on the left side everyone, okay? Always think when it's coming to the market, always think where are the majority of people are trapped, okay? Look for trapped people. Markets love them. This is like magnet for that price. Okay, we have a ratio. Where is our stop loss? Okay, why? Okay, quite weird stop loss. Don't think so. Just in case, okay. If we went lower, then I'm gonna exit. If we went lower than 0.5, we gonna exit. I have been talking about 0.5 for a while, right? I was talking about this entry level because from $1.18 I was like, okay, we are breaking to the downside, and no one believed me, and everyone was like, how I came up with it, this was a triangle over here. I was drawing triangle on this side with some volume and stuff, and I figured it out, right? And this was very clear for me. After the IPOs and stuff, it always pushes a lot of hype. People exit, take profits, right? That's being said, yeah, just be careful out there when it's trading such high volatile stocks, right? It could go two sideways, right? It could kill you or could make you millionaire. The opportunity for the upside is unlimited, but I see the potential is going up to the $3 out there, right? The potential going up to $3. Matador as a final target for me if it's correct itself, but as a more cautious target, it's gonna be $1.08, and also partial take profit at 0.87 and stop loss at 0.2, which is quite a lot. It depends. I think it's gonna be for me either this or nothing, right? I think I will be more likely to exit around 0.4. Okay, just cautious. We are swinging it. We don't have a rush over here, right? Just be careful. If we walk out of the parallel channel over here, it could be very, very sad game for Matador. It's gonna be very sad going up to the 0.2 and even lower. Okay, that's very important to understand. Going even to 1 cent. That's crazy. 10 cents, sorry, 10 cents. So let's do also Matador for our chart. It's being said. Oh, that's being said. It's very interesting. Being watching. AI is processing. Oh, Matador is done. What else have we left? Okay, we need to check our thing over here. Number 2 need to be done. Number 3, we need to check it before market close. So let's make a timer over here, not a timer, alarm at 9 p.m. Check the market again. And after that, I will be talking about how you can take the market into your advantage, right? So, that's being said, I have done an alarm over here. Matador is also very well prepared. Let's check a little bit LinkedIn, right? This is, I haven't been talking about LinkedIn. Okay, not this one. This is not LinkedIn. Let's see if anyone has been. Let's give a couple of people off likes. What do we have? 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 Do you have? Okay. And let's see what they are writing, right? Ah, here is Mark Moss.
We're taught that we should go to school, get good grades, get a good job, we should save for retirement, and one day we'll have enough money where we can quit, we can do nothing all day and just live off of our savings. And so that seems to be the goal for most people. But if that's the goal, then you would ask yourself the question, why do all billionaires still work? It's obviously not a money thing. Warren Buffett just stepped down as the CEO. He's still the chairman at 93 years old. Because what we've been sold is a lie. The goal is not to work our whole life, save for retirement, and then do nothing. Like we're gonna, lay on a beach chair and have someone bring us Mai Tais all day. The goal is to solve problems for the world, bring value to the world. Can anybody do this? Yes and no. Anybody with the ability to have an open mind that they can change. So that it's yes, but. Most people, unfortunately, are ignorant and their mind is frozen.
Very interesting. So let's make the post first of all. That guy was Mark Moss, by the way. So don't be ignorant, people, or Mark Moss gonna criticize you. Okay, I'm just joking. This guy is, I think, is pretty smart. So yeah, I think if you want to work, then work. If you don't want to work, don't work. This is your choice in life. And I think maybe Warren Buffett doesn't trust his people, and that's why he's working, right? And he is the key. And if he's went away from the business, then the investor's gonna be very shaky and wouldn't trust the company as with him, right? As it's a political game over here. So I don't understand company politics. What could it have been? This is only a potential scenario, right? We don't want to speculate or assume, as it's not our job to assume what people is doing and should do. Our job is just calculate the probabilities, right? And those probabilities gonna tell us where the market is going, and always have your own opinion in the market, right? Trapped. Let's say it was more like trapped sellers, right? 2025. Was more like this. 0.5, 0.2 stop loss. Let's say 0.4, 180 to $3 key, important. So we need to be talking with my EI, right? So trend technical indicator behind it. So let's see. Let's copy this and comment. Yeah, like Mark Moss, what he was talking about, and I think he has quite a pretty view on things, right? When Warren Buffett, I think it could be a strategical move, and not exactly because he want to work, right? He likes to work, and I think this is also addiction. Work could turn into an addiction. And here is my analysis about his stock market Meta, and I have been watching it for a while, and have we done a lot of money from it also. Let's we leave a comment. Let's we leave a comment. Still leaving a comment. Alex. The market doesn't ruin traders. How they react. Very well said. So let's see what does Jerome saying.
You simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we, as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally. And we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities. And that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve banks.
Yeah, I think it's quite a point, right? Jerome has been printing, and if someone is in danger, any bank in danger, Fed prints and trying to help them. But lately, which is very interesting, worldwide the interest rate were decreasing, and only Jerome was keeping it still high up without any changes, right? Which is very interesting. But GDP numbers, unemployment, and so on is very interesting. Also, the non-farm payroll today, which was a little bit lower than expected, right? Yeah. This is printing too much. This is not the ideal way to solve problems, right? This is you need to be watching it. So let's comment on this guy too. Today we are. Finish at 207 monthly quarter, 11 deals, multiple years, 7, blah blah blah. I don't care. I have Brits, legal tech, don't care, to be honest. Don't care. On-chain, volume, Ethereum. So Ethereum is going low. Okay, very interesting. What's the people problem with power? Okay, what is this? Stagaza soup. They are making a soup. Let's give them like. Yeah, it looks delicious. It's made me hungry. All love and respect for people out there in war, and I hope it ends soon. As I'm coming also from a war region, from Syria, to be honest with you guys, and I know how war could be devastating and how hungry can people be, right? And if you don't feed them, and if there is no opportunity to live, as I know, this is like in gas, this is currently going all up and downs over there. So mad loves to people out there, and protect and wish. I don't know, I don't have words, the right words right now. This is not describable. So another sign of times with size threatening edge. Don't care about edge, blah blah blah. The rest we don't care. So that's being said. We done Figma, we done Matter. Let's remove this, 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 this one. And let's go back to our original topic, guys. I'm happy. So let me check if anyone have any question. I don't think so, but let me check anyways. So no one questions here. So no one is looking for questions. That's being said. Let's watch the market, okay? Let's talk about another thing. The market isn't your enemy, okay? The market is your friend. The market is your friend. It only depends how you analyze it, right? The market is not here to scam you out of your money. It's just if you make a stupid decision, then you're gonna have stupid results. And out there is this, you are competing against machines, against people with ton of experience and so on. But many people say, okay, you cannot beat the market. You can beat easily the markets. You can take directional bets, you can have leverage, you can have options, you can take many other things, okay? But you need to understand the game and the play. When the market drops, it doesn't mean you should be scared and sell it, okay? The most anti-human thing is trading. It is like, okay, market drops, I am in pain and agony, and I'm gonna be selling. And if the market rises, oh, I'm very happy, I'm greedy, I'm gonna be buying more. Bam, market drops, and at the top always happen. I can't remember. I think I was talking with some couple of retail traders who are newbies, right? And he was like, okay, the Bitcoin gonna go 200 from here. I love it. It's gonna be great. Happy end. Oh yeah, no, the happy end you will get it at the time massage, right? And not in the market. And the only thing you're gonna get is the analysis in the market and what you're doing. You do with the analysis, the data, look behind the candles, right? And if the taxi driver tells you he's buying, you don't know. Okay, it depends, of course, this is cliche, but it depends. If the taxi driver is saying he's buying Bitcoin, then you should exit, right? And the same over here. If the retail trader who doesn't understand market tells you you're gonna buy, then exit, because the greed is so high and the fear in the market so low, and the people will be starting, right? So the people will be starting buying and the institutional exiting. So sell, supply and demand. So when the market drops, take advantage of it, figure out where exact levels is gonna be the market should go there and why. Ask always yourself. The market is pretty logical, okay? It's pretty logical. You should always look at the left side, which a lot of demands happens, okay, such as POC and so, and then it's gonna be reacting based off it, right? And it's just gonna be not from nowhere. It's just price is gonna be not dropping from nowhere. So you're gonna be figuring out where the highest demand possibility could be in terms of price dropping. And the same for ES, right? The level we have been talking about, okay, here was a level, okay, look at this, 1 2 3 4 5 right now is also reacting to it. Why we choose that level, when we look at this side, a lot of resistant, and when it comes here means people is gonna be interested in buying it, turning the resistance into support, and that's why we chose that exact level. So be careful out there in the markets, okay? Use the VIX, use the DXY, use the macroeconomy to figure out the data, right? The macroeconomy, the data which I showed you, the CPI, the PPI, the inflation rate, unemployment, the interest rate of Bank of Japan is also important. Also the whole world, how the interest rate over there look in China moves, news and so on. You don't need to be a professional in sense you don't need 40 hours. You need only 1 hour to 2 hours in the market to be profitable in it. But to get there, you need to put tons of hours in there. You need to have an edge, you need to have reps in it, and then you can do it, right? You don't focus on day trading, focus more on swing trading, right? Between 3 weeks to 6 weeks area there. So each time you enter trade, think about 3 weeks to 6 weeks. And many people lose because they don't have money and the patience for it, right? And the time is playing a crucial role. So they watch a couple of YouTube videos and go to the market, day trading 15k, lost. Why this is happening? You don't have an edge, you don't have a timing, you don't have a structure, okay, and you don't have the proper risk management. And I teach exactly that in my streams and videos over here, and of course all of that for free. And if you want to have more deeper analysis on your personality and your problem with trading, you can book with me a one-on-one trading session, and I will help you to figure that out and work with you to solve it. That's being said, it's very important. The market is not your enemy. Use the data and leverage it to your advantage. Hey everyone, it was a great live stream again. Thank you very much for being here and attending it. If you new to my channel, my name is Mo. I help you to understand the market the more simpler way, and my mission to make you independent trader with conscious in the market, right? Your own style, your own edge, transparency over here is the key. Thank you very much, and I wish you a great day.